Little known trees and shrubs in our catalogue are often simply confusing Latin names, and the point of little video clips like this is to actually show people a little bit more about individual rare and unusual plants. And I'm standing beside a Southeast Australian and Tasmanian tree which is called Atherosperma moshatum. As I said, quite a mouthful of a name. And in the wild this grows up to 60, 80 feet. And in Cornwall we found it's probably, after 30 years, it's probably achieved about 20 feet. But it's a beautiful evergreen, and when you scrunch up its leaves, there's a very, very pungent, spicy scent, which is not reminiscent of cooking really, it's more medicinal in smell. And the flowers are also quite scented. In Australia, the Aboriginal peoples would have used this for oil and possibly for medicine for hundreds and if not thousands of years. But as a evergreen, it flowers beautifully early in the year, and the flowers are really quite pretty when you look at them. You have to grow the tree at the top of a bank so you can look up in under at the flowers, and they're just a hint of pink in the centre of them round the anthers and stamens when they're fully open. But it's a different sort of tree. It mingles quite nicely with the majority of the plants in this garden, which are of Chinese origin, and this one peculiarly isn't. And if you want to grow or try something really quite rare but perfectly hardy from Australia, then maybe this is one for you to try. I have seen it growing in London in the Chelsea Physic Garden, and because of its obvious medicinal properties. So don't be worried that it comes from Australia. There are plenty of Australian trees and shrubs which are perfectly hardy in most of the country, and this is certainly one of them. Although little known, it deserves a place when you look closely at it and see how beautifully it flowers.